Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our morning market briefing here at TradeStation. It is February 6th, 2018. Our presenter this morning is Mr. Fausto Pugliese of the Cyber Trading University. Yesterday's U.S. stock session saw the Dow Jones Industrial Average drop as much as 1,500 points, and it spread across the world overnight. The MSCI Asia Pacific Index plunged 3.5% to wipe out gains for the year. Japan's Nikkei 225 stock average closed 4.7% lower to enter a so-called correction, capping a 10% decline from a recent peak. The story was the same in Europe, where the Stoxx 600 index was 1.8% lower at 5:45 Eastern Time this morning, with every industry sector losing ground. The S&P 500 futures right now are unchanged in a pre-market that's seen pretty big swings in both directions. The plunge in stocks has been one of the traders' favorite strategies of late, shorting volatility, and they got hit pretty hard. The CBOE Volatility Index, we rarely mention in the morning briefing, or the VIX, was at 42.62 this morning, up from 17.31 at the end of last week. The surge is raising questions about products that are tied to the VIX this morning. A barrel of West Texas Intermediate crude for March delivery topped 63.85 by 5:45 this morning as raw materials were caught in the market sell-off. There are some early signs of overnight declines in metals easing as that Bloomberg Commodity Index pared losses to 0.1%. Gold, which traditionally does well in times of market uncertainty, rose slightly to $1343.36 an ounce. Bitcoin, it briefly traded below 6,000 overnight as weakness in digital tokens continued across the marketplace. This morning, throughout the course of the day, dozens of companies are going to report quarterly earnings, including Chipotle, Mexican Grill, Gilead Sciences, Snap Tapestry, Walt Disney, and General Motors. Elon Musk, his SpaceX company, plans the maiden launch of its Falcon Heavy rocket toward Mars. On board for the ride, a Tesla Red Roadster set to play David Bowie's Space Odyssey. Eastman Chemical hosts an Innovation Day in New York for industry analysts. Texas Instrument provides a business update. Government reports today are limited to the JOLTS report of job openings that will be released today. That would be significant. The SEC Chairman Jay Clayton testifies before a Senate committee on the regulatory oversight of virtual currencies. Now remember, everything we talk about here at the Morning Market Briefing is for education purposes only. All the symbols, all the trading ideas that we discuss, they are demonstration purposes only. They are not recommendations. This is not an offer or a solicitation of any kind, any place where a TradeStation affiliate is not authorized to do business. Remember that active trading is not suitable for everyone, and options trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all traders. We've given you the disclosure information regarding the asset classes that we cover here at TradeStation. They are posted in PDF format in the chat panel. You can click on them at your convenience. We are running the TradeStation Trading Challenge, where you have the opportunity to win up to $5,000. It began back in January, but you can still enter, and the TradeStation.com /trading challenge link that you see is a live link, or you can simply locate that on the TradeStation website. The contest is open to TradeStation accounts only. Fausto Pugliese is the founder of Cyber Trading University, which provides online education for traders of all levels. He's one of the first independent traders to take advantage of the boom in direct access trading technology, and he is a 12-time champion in the Traders Challenge and a best-selling author of How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game. I want to turn things over to Fausto because, yes, Todd, this will be a very interesting day, and no one better to explain it to us than Fausto. So thanks very much for showing up to help us out this morning, Fausto, sort through things.
That's all right, Todd, and Don and TradeStation. Thanks for guys for coming. And yes, it is a very, very exciting day. Actually, yesterday I would have to say I haven't had that much excitement since 2008. Market was down literally almost 1,600 points at one moment, and we had it in. I don't know if you most profitable crashes have been the biggest crashes have been my most profitable days in the market. So I'll talk a little bit about it. I'm going to tell you what to look for. Let me just get my execution system, the TradeStation platform, up and running. Just give me a second. Let me share my screen. Screen 6. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, so I don't know if how long you guys been trading for or what to expect, and let me tell you, this is basically a day trader's dream that we have that we trade in today's markets. When we day trade and we look at what happens, this is where you make most of your money. Now, a lot of people asking like, well, how did it go down so fast? Why did it go down so fast? Well, you've just sampled the quote unquote algorithm market. Now, just out of curiosity, did any of you guys trade yesterday? I mean, who was here? Who saw that? Who saw that? You know, that big crash that happened. Anyone? Anyone? Anybody was here watching it? Bob, Michael, good. Susan, good, 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 good. Drew, you were there. Okay, excellent. Now remember, here at TradeStation, every morning they have different types of traders. Okay, so you have swing traders, options, futures, forex, and then you have day traders, and specifically me. So this is like basically a perfect day to do an event to kind of explain to what to look forward to. So let me tell you from my experience what to expect, because no matter what you hear, no matter what indicator you have, just throw that out the door. It does not work. Okay, you can't calculate when the market goes from when it goes down from 400 down to 1,600, and in less than 5 minutes went from like 600 down to 1,600. That is program trading. Now, for some of you who don't know what that means, basically they have these algorithms that they don't have people that are sitting there on the screen anymore and debating, should I sell it, should I not sell it? Just like you and I, like, should I hold it, should I buy it? The system does it automatically, okay? And that's, a day trader's dream, because this is where you basically can kind of monetize and capitalize on those things and just and trade them. Now, I know, listen, everyone's asking me how much lower, what do you think is going to happen? Let me explain something to you. I was waiting for this crash. Okay, if you've been watching me on YouTube, I do a morning meeting every morning at 9 a.m. With my traders in my trading room, and in the past 3 days, we kind of saw it happening. I kind of sold out of everything. Listen, I'm not only just a day trader, I'm a swing trader. I sold everything on Friday morning. Everything I had. I told everyone, get out, just get out of it. It was just a matter of time. Listen, if you really think things go up the way they do, you're living in a dream world. Listen, how many of you here were hearing about the quote unquote the great Bitcoin? It's at 20,000 people. Well, Bitcoin should be at 50,000, and then some people said it's supposed to be trading at 1 million. Come on, give me a break. It's all about supply and demand. All right, now where is it now? 5,000. It went as low. Okay, from a high of that. Listen, we trade stocks like this every day in the stock market. They get halted. We have stocks like Elfin. Let me just bring up that one. Some of you remember that one. That was the latest Elfin. Let me just bring this up over here. Elfin in one day went from $5 in 2 days went to about 145. And people are like, wow, what was that? That's what we trade. That's what we do here at Cyber University. So, you just got to know that we're all in the same business. We're all here to make money. You got to learn how to trade it. Now, where do I think it's going to probably go? Honestly, here my students, all my traders, my trading room, we all sold everything. There's going to be some great buying opportunity. Listen, the stock market is, the economy is doing the best it's ever seen in decades. Okay, now they're concerned about inflation, which is every right that you should be concerned about. Interest rates can't be at zero forever. Okay, so people will start moving money to bonds, a lot more safer, and that's great for the economy. Okay, because that's what's going to, when there's bonds, there's going to be more growth. Like the big thing you're probably hearing is that we're looking at infrastructure. Well, where's all that money in infrastructure come from? The government knows a lot of bonds are to come around, and they got to bring up those rates to make people say, hey, listen, you know what? We want to build this bridge. We need a bond. Nobody's going to work for free. That's the dumbest thing. Nobody's going to do that. So don't be shocked. But the economy is doing great. It grew by 20%. So this is just profit taking. Now, the only thing that you could look at if you are in a long-term investor, there's going to be some bargain shopping. One of the worst part about trading is that you don't know when to get in. And everyone's like, should I get in now? Should I get in now? And next thing you know, you have stocks like you all know, I was a big fan of Ferrari. I told you guys that a while ago. And, a stock goes from 105 to 130. Like, do I buy it now? Well, the stock was about, let me just bring this back. There we go. Hold on. Time frame. Let me make it monthly. All right, so the stock, if you look at, over the month, you can see stock was at $40. Do I buy it now? Some of you are looking at, like, Apple, right? And you're like, do I buy it now? Look what happened with Apple in the past year. What about Amazon, right? Everyone's like, where do you think Amazon's going? Look what happened in the past year, 800 to about 1,500. Okay, I knew it was going to go to 1,500, a matter of time. But you got to remember, there's going to be some good buying opportunities. It's very healthy for the market to take a big step back. And you know what? Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, listen, you got major support levels here at 23,200, okay? I wouldn't be shocked if the market finds a very good base, a good support right around 21,000, okay, 800, right around there. So you're like, wow, Fausto, you think the market's going to drop another 2,000 points? It could, and you know what? It's okay. It's going to be good buying opportunities. But if you follow me on YouTube, or if you come in our trading room, you'll see we need to break higher highs. Right now, we were breaking lower lows. So it is a great opportunity to short. And you know what? You got to be a day trader if you want to scout. Now, I really recommend anyone here that is considering, if you are trading as a profession, unless you are a little bit more an advanced trader, you're averaging, I would say, about maybe, if you're a six-figure trader, okay, a year, you're a $100,000 a year salary trader, then you could trade this market. If you're a guy that's making like 20, 50,000, just sit back and just watch. Okay, just take a break, have some fun, learn what's going on, and learn from, and see, because this is something historic that I haven't seen since 2008, which is great. So there's going to be great opportunities. It's also what happened in 2008. If you were a buyer when the market crashed, if you owned Citibank, at $1, and yes, it was at $1, or if you saw, Bank of America was at $6, you're like, my God, where is it today? So the market will always come back. It's very, very healthy to scare out all the scare money. And remember, nothing goes up forever. All right. So if anyone comes up to me and is panicking, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Please give me a break. All right. But there are some good buying opportunities. I'm a big fan of fiat. I've always been a big fan of fiat. And fiat, shockingly, is probably the only one that's up right now. Fiat had a great rally. You could see how it did pretty good on a long-term chart. Let me just fix this chart and make it into a week chart. Okay, so fiat had a really good rally. It took a little bit of a hit from the market. There's some great buying opportunities. So fiat is definitely going to be on my watch list. FCAU. We can go through one of the most greatest spots to look on the TradeStation platform is on the watch list right here, and the big percentage gainers. I mean, you had some crazy stocks that just went up humongous. I mean, look, 14 to 38. These are all like the triple shorts, and these stocks got decimated. If you're really an active trader, it's all ETFs, it's all brand name. Now, I don't recommend anybody here to trade any of these ETFs unless you're an advanced trader. If you're a $1,000 a day trader, because to make 1,000, you got to be willing to lose 2,000. If you're not that type of a trader, I recommend stay away from these stocks. These stocks can be extremely volatile. Yes, they look gorgeous of owning a stock that was from 14 to 32, right? But what happens? Go back down to 14, you'll blow up your account. So stay away from that. And also, very, very difficult to do. One of the big things that we teach at Cyber Trade University is the matrix right here on the right. So it is very, very difficult to see what's going on with the supply and demand because orders are everywhere. You're dealing with the biggest algorithms in the industry. They're the ones that really are the most affected by algos, all those ETFs. So, everyone's always asking, what do you think of this ETF? Listen, everyone has a philosophy or a reason. What is the purpose of an ETF? To me personally, an ETF is another option. It's an option. That's all it is, okay? It's a basket of stocks. That way I look at it. and he made it into a stock, and then you have options. But you got to understand how to day trade. So you got to be really, really careful. Now, are there any? How much time we got? Okay. So are there any stocks out there that I would probably recommend to look at? Well, I told you I got Fiat. Don did mention earlier there's a lot of stocks coming out with earnings, and it's very important you follow what those earnings are, because with the market going down and companies coming out with great earnings, and I think the average earnings companies show growth about 20%. That is awesome for the economy. So let the market take a breather. There'll be some good buying opportunities, and just be careful. Don't be buying anything, thinking long term. Right now, it is a day trading market. It's a scalping market, and like I said, I could just go down the list. If you look over here, look, 7 million shares already traded on the VXX, okay? Stock went from 35 to 60. That's unheard of. I haven't seen that happen, since, look, the stock was, 2016, because of the big rally, the market this went from 500 all the way down to like $30. So you got to be careful. Now, one advice I do want to give all of you, because I don't know how aggressive you guys are. Like, once again, I'm a day trader. A day trader just focuses on the day's pay. We don't hold positions overnight. I do some swing trades for my investment, but very, very little. I'm focusing on knowing exactly what I made at the end of the day, and that's it. So what I would look at, if you want to experiment, once again, only experimental. If you don't know what it's like to feel to be a day trader, one thing that we preach at CyberTrade University is we recommend the one share trade. Okay, if you don't feel comfortable to trade one share, you'll never feel comfortable to trade 1,000 shares or 100 shares. So if you want to know what it's like to trade a stock and you feel a little nervous and you're like, my God, I don't know what's going to happen with this rally. Listen, demo mode does not work. Okay, demo mode is which we call paper trading, is good for someone to learn the platform. If you want to know how to get more aggressive, you want to learn how to feel what it's like to be in a position and know what it's like to make money and lose money. If you can't feel comfortable trading 100 shares, 10 shares, just trade one share. But you got to trade to learn. But that's about it. Now, a couple of stocks. Anyone wants to watch? Give me my thoughts on it. Micron Technologies. That stock has had a really, really nice rally. It's at support levels right here around 39. But if it does break, this thing's going down to 32. Okay. But once again, I wouldn't own anything right now. I want to see what happens. I would recommend that in the first 10 minutes, usually the first 5 minutes, we're going to see what's going to happen with the market. Let the algorithms kick in. But if you're stuck in an algo, you better get out of the position as long as you're on the right, as long as you know what you're doing, because you're on the wrong side, you'll get crushed. Eyes, that stock we traded a few times already. Eyes, we did pretty well with that Eyes trade. You could see how it had a nice little rally here. But as of right now, it's not really doing anything. It's kind of flat, so I will kind of pass on that one. The silver and gold, once again, I don't trade unless I'm going to trade POS, but they really haven't done anything in this rally. They're kind of flat. Banks are taking big hits right now because of inflation, but listen, the stock went from 25 up to 55. You're going to have some profit taking going on. Once again, just let the market build its base. Let's see what happens. Don't do anything. It's a very, very unique situation that we're in. But let me tell you, I've been in this situation not once, several times back when we had the crash of the 9/11, when we had the crash of 2000 in 95, crash of 2000, crash 2008. So I've seen it. So let me tell you, this is very, very historic. So let me just tell you this: if you guys want to see what it's like to trade in this type of market, well, once again, you could visit our website. I'm doing a workshop on it. It's called tape reading. You guys want to come and join me? Just click on right on our homepage. We'll get you there. And I know a lot of you basically did register before. And once again, if you want to actually see what it's like and jump in immediately, and you want to start looking and start to trade with CyberTrade University, feel free to just click on any of the events right here, getting started. And we got a couple events that are going on right here. All right. Any other questions, guys, before we go? Listen, be safe. Don't go crazy. let the market, is a very meeting that I haven't done in a long time, but once again, when you have the market going down 1,600 points and drops 1,000 points in less than 5 minutes, you basically need to know how to monetize that, not get you scared. If you're a swing trader, you probably poop it in your pants.